Now we have a very firm understanding of not only how our various different types of memory work, but also the different criteria we as adult learners need in order to learn effectively. At this point, we're ready to introduce you to something called the SQ3R system, which is designed to fulfill all of these criteria and to effectively put the different types of memory on high alert. If you're a previous student of Become a Super Learner, you'll immediately recognize the SQ3R system, though the name might not be familiar to you from the last course. Okay, so what the heck is an SQ3R? It sounds like some sort of android robot that spends its time hanging out with Luke Skywalker, doesn't it? But in fact, it's a system used in a lot of US schools. It stands for survey, question, read, recall, and review. Each of these steps is a critical part of the superlearner process, at least when the information we're trying to superlearn is written text. For this reason, we've devoted an entire section to pre-reading alone. In the lectures that follow, you'll learn why pre-reading is a speed reader's hidden weapon and how to utilize this skill to enhance curiosity and focus, to improve reading speed, and to boost overall retention. For now, though, here's a summary of what happens during each of these steps. During the survey step, which we also call pre-reading, we skim or scan the content before we read it to prepare our mind for the new information. This is thoroughly covered in the coming lectures. In the question phase, we ask ourselves questions to improve our motivation, such as why we're trying to read and what's in it for us. Clear motivation improves the reading process, and getting to the content from different perspectives improves our understanding. Next, we read, either speed reading or in the normal fashion. When reading, you maximize the benefit of the previous S and Q steps, so you don't have to reread or dwell on irrelevant details. Then we recall. We add details to the markers after reading each paragraph. This is our way to ensure we recall the paragraph. During our speed reading training, we will have to read and recall a text several times until we get 100% retention, and only after several weeks will we really trust the brain to recall automatically. Finally, we review. We analyze the content from multiple perspectives, and we see what we learned, and then we try to connect it to previous knowledge. The fastest readers, like Dr. Lev, will spend more time on this step than on all the previous steps taken together. That's because if you do not review the article properly, it's hard to understand it, and occasionally you will need to revisit it over and over. So, now that we understand the SQ3R model, let's learn how to optimize it, starting out with surveying, or as we call it, pre-reading.